Welcome, everyone, to the final matchup before the knockout round. Things are starting to get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Houston, they currently hold the 4th best record in the conference. And checking out the Warriors, a game back.
When I look at Houston, this hasn't been an ideal launch to their season. They're really going to have to find a nice win streak to get back in that top spot.
Well, yeah, they're not in a bad position, but they clearly have room to improve. But having said that, most franchises in this league would trade with them in a minute.
So the Houston starting 5. KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Shepard is out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the center position. And for the Warriors, Butler and Draymond are the 3 and the 4. Sharpshooters Curry and Hield pair as the backcourt. And it's Horford in at the 5, roaming the paint. You look at the Warriors, for them, the stakes could not be higher. They're 2-1 in group play so far. A win tonight is essential.
Yeah, a lot at stake in this one. A huge game. A loss knocks them out, but a win, and they've got a decent shot to make the knockout round.
And now talking about how things are going for the Rockets. What a game 4 in the tournament this is for them. You can chalk it up as a must-win if they want to move on.
Well, looking back on past NBA Cups, that 3rd win has proven to be vital. They'll be laying it all out on the floor in this one.
Now here's Thompson. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Smith against Green. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Shepard. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
Here's Durant. Boy, you look at his scoring average of 34.5 points a game. Very impressive. And Şengün throw it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Hield from outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
And last year they won this season's series, but then they couldn't get past those guys in the playoffs.
Now here's Durant. He had 25 points in his last game.
And KD getting to his spot there. He thrives in the mid-range.
Now Butler. Down low. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
The Rockets have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach and I talked about what it's like competing against Kevin Durant, and he said his attention to detail, his dedication to the craft, it's second to none. You have to have your A game because nobody loves ball more than Kevin Durant. It brings out the best of you as an opponent, too. It's no secret KD is obsessed with basketball. Guys, back over to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. First one falls for him. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
You look at the Houston Rockets, already one of the most physically imposing teams in the league last season, and they got even bigger signing Clint Capella, of course, the trade for Kevin Durant, and bringing back Steven Adams. They're a team that nobody looks forward to facing, guys.
Leveraging that tall timber. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Here's Shepard. Houston working the ball around. 4 on the clock. Durant way outside. Houston with another miss. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Green, a screen. Pass to Butler. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
And I wonder if the crowd noise got in their head. It seemed like it was affecting them.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Hield passes to Butler. To the middle. Unloads. Got a hand on it.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Durant with the bucket.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Warriors trailing. Hield to the ball. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Green, a screen. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Houston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Outside Durant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
And he drops the first. And for both of these teams, this is their 4th and final game of group play.
Yeah, and both have done what they needed to do in order to remain in contention for the NBA Cup. But only one side can emerge victorious tonight.
And both free throws good for Durant. Well, Tim, Kevin Durant, the winner of the 2025 Magic Johnson Award, recognized for his grace with the media.
Well, he is willing to engage with the media and the fans, B.A., even on a range of topics. He'll weigh in and give his thoughts.
Here's Horford. And the Warriors miss again.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Durant, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
To win the cold spell. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And here's Curry for 3.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Durant for 3. Drops in the 3. Durant's got 10 points in the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Outside Butler. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Good on the shot. 12 points for him.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And now let's see how teams compare in the early going with a look at the power rankings. You take a look at New York. They pulled themselves up to the second place spot.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they're staying put in the middle of the road. Not world beaters, but not cellar dwellers either. I don't know what else to tell you. They've been just mediocre.
Warriors trail by 8. Pass to Curry. To stop the run. Connects from downtown. Curry's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, Curry just doing damage from deep. If you give him any separation, his three-point shooting is deadly.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Pass to Smith. And here's Şengün. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Şengün.
And looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign.
And Tim, last season, Draymond Green adding a Hustle Player of the Year award to his Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah, and B.A., that's an award every young player should aspire to have. But I know for Draymond Green, he was hoping to get his second Defensive Player of the Year award.
That free throw, no good. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Post is checked in for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Butler. And then for Houston, Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. Eason comes in for Smith. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Shepherd. VanVleet with a screen on Kuminga. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Houston scoring again.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Green with a screen on VanVleet. Outside, Green. There's the triple. And he can't get that one. VanVleet with some nice D. Eason, pass to Durant. Adams against Green. Back to Durant. Pass to Adams. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Houston lead.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
The Warriors' shooting has not been great early, just 27%. Here's Curry. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And Stephen Curry's been so good for so long. Tim, we tend to forget that early ankle injuries held him back.
Yeah, really, Brian, hard to imagine what he's overcome. Surgery in seasons 2 and 3, then strengthened his lower body and got those ankle braces. Sports medicine has unleashed a killer.
A really important game for the NBA Cup tournament tonight. Both of these teams are still alive, Grant.
Well, B.A., despite losing in cup games, they can still advance into the knockout stages. So they both have a lot to play for. This should be a fun one.
It's good on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 11.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Now here's Podziemski, defended by Thompson. And it's Stephen Curry with the three. Curry's got 11.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Now here's VanVleet. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Eason can't get it to go. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Amen Thompson, one of the most spectacular athletes in basketball. Coach Ime Udoka said he's so fast and explosive that he has the versatility to attack any matchup. Put a big body on him, he still has his advantages. We can put him anywhere in actions, and he can get downhill. Guys, back to you.
What an athlete. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Jenny Smith. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Pass to post. Now Kuminga, defended by Eason. The three from Curry. Eason pulls it in. The Rockets lead by 10. On the wing, Finney-Smith. To the paint. Adams inside, guarded by Post. And there's a 3-second violation.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Payton, and it's Melton in for Curry. And then for Houston, Alperen Şengün comes in for Adams, and Okogie is subbed in for Amen Thompson.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They are so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
And we talk about winning games at the margins all the time. That's exactly what they're doing because they are throwing bodies on the offensive glass.
.146 left in the first. Here's Van Vliet. No made baskets yet. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And I'm just impressed with their effort here early. They've hit the offensive glass so hard.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Podziemski, and he drives in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline, some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Here's Okogie. Van Vliet outside. Şengün, the screen. Van Vliet against Melton. 5 to shoot. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Pass to post. Back to Podziemski. Screen by Post. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Van Vliet from the arc. Great D that time from Podziemski. Butler surveying the floor. And he lays it up and in. Butler's got 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, when you get a second chance opportunity here or there, it starts to add up.
So, on the floor for Houston, they've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Okogie is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Eason in at the 4-man position. Now here's Post. No points so far. Unable to get that one. Good D by Şengün. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Pajemski, tipped away. Uh-oh, Kuminga on the take. Misses from short range.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Van Vliet outside. Off target with the three. Warriors trail by 7. And here's Curry for 3. On target from range. Curry's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Inside. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Easton. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Outside Pajemski. Pass to post. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. From down in the low post, it goes.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Finney-Smith. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Kuminga pulls it in. Warriors trail by 6. Butler with the ball. Van Vliet covering. Butler can't get it to go.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. And there's Şengün. That one's good. On the assist by Van Vliet. And now an 8-point Houston lead.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Payton's checked in for the Warriors. And over the last 10 games, these are the guys who have been the most aggressive going after rebounds. Boy, you got to appreciate that effort. 5th on the list, Alperen Şengün.
Over these last 10 games, this guy has owned the boards, playing so well as of late.
Warriors trail by 8. Tim, it was pretty unique to hear the Warriors vets say they don't want a team to mortgage the future trying to chase one more ring.
Really shows you the selflessness of this group. Here you've got Steph Curry, a top 10 player in league history, who maybe would want one because there's no time like the present.
Thinking more like a GM than he is a star player.
Smart. Keep that cupboard stocked.
Here's Butler. After the basket by Houston. He gets it in there.
And you see him flexing a little bit after that finish. Butler just shrugging off the defense.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Well, remember, this is Game 4 of group play in the Cup, Grant. The winner in each of the 6 groups will advance into the 8-team knockout rounds.
And they'll be joined by a wild card team in each conference, the second-place team with the best record. And if those records are tied, they'll go to point differential.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. Holiday comes in for Okogie. Here's Durant. He's got 14. Houston with another miss. Now here's Payton. Pass to post. Out to Kuminga. From downtown. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Kuminga was waiting on that one. He was ready to fire.
Butler against Durant. To the inside, Şengün. Warriors with the rebound. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one, and they'll be nearing the end of their 5-game homestand. Here's Pajemski, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Houston leading by 3. Durant, the pass to Şengün. Back to Durant. Making it look easy inside. Durant.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Here's Pajemski. Pass to post. To the middle. Here's Butler. Making his mark again. He's shooting 4 for 9 in this one.
Well, that's why his teammates look to get him down on the block. It is clear how confident he is down there.
And so Durant will bring it up for Houston. 9 points in the game. Van Vliet outside. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Now Pajemski. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Pass to post. Outside Butler. The 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Houston working the ball around. Şengün, the screen. Back to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. Warriors trail by 6. Kuminga's shot is off. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. From outside the arc. The shot by Holiday, no good. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pajemski into the lane, and the bucket is good. Pajemski's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
The Rockets lead by 4. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for post. Green comes in for Kuminga. Hields checked in for Payton. And it's Stephen Curry in for Pajemski. And then for Houston, Smith, he's checked in for Eason. Amen Thompson comes in for Holiday. And it's Shepard in for Fred VanVleet. And here's Thompson for 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Outside for Butler. And it's Butler knocking down the 3.
And when Jimmy Butler is this confident, he is a nightmare to contain. Butler just takes over games with his scoring.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Shot clock at 6. The shot won't fall. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Curry finds Butler. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Jabari Smith.
And Jimmy Butler earning himself another whistle. He knows how to draw contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. The NBA wanted to raise the stakes during the regular season. Mission accomplished. the Cup has been a hit with teams and their fans.
Yeah, team rivalries used to add drama to the regular season. Pacers, Knicks, Bulls, Pistons, Lakers, Celtics. But this tournament has added a whole new dynamic to get excited about.
Tim, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, just how hard of a worker is this guy?
Well, he's just exceptional. That gritty style of play is what makes him so respected, B.A. And as we know, he has a way of rising to the occasion.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Butler with the ball. He's got 14. Horford outside. Pass to Curry. Jacks up a three. Yes! Great play by Horford to set him up. Curry's got 14 points for the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And here's Durant. He's got 16. Smith with a screen on Butler. Durant finds Smith. Shoots over Horford. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Here's Curry. Horford outside. Green in the post. He's against Eason. And here's Curry for three. And the Warriors with another three.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Shepherd. Back to Durant. Now here's Easton. Durant surveying the D. Smith no good. Healed up top. Still without a bucket. Good on the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
And look at the balance from Buddy Hield. Not everyone can stay composed through contact.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. KD splashes the triple.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
Outside Curry. And here's Butler outside. Smith with the rebound. And for the Rockets, their shooting has been good. 54% on this one.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Outside Curry. Curry finds his way through inside.
And I'm not sure Curry could make that shot early in his career. He has added some strength over the years.
.133 left in the first half of this game. Thompson outside. Pass to Shepherd. Houston working the ball around. For three, Durant. Warriors with the rebound. They defeated Utah in their last game.
They found favorable matchups in that one. It was a simple approach that paid dividends.
Horford, a screen on Thompson. Here's Butler. The gritty finish from Butler there.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And Houston has possession. 6-point game. Smith with a screen on Butler. Pulls it from the corner. Durant with the bucket. Durant's got 21.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Outside Hield. Pass to Curry. Screen by Horford. The three ball. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Curry. A 32-point game for him in the win against Utah. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much, Al. As you anchor that front court, what were you guys looking to accomplish in the first half?
I mean, we're just trying to play with pace, trying to dominate on the defensive end, get rebounds, make it tough.
Pace is key. Back to you.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Hey, folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere. Veering off topic a bit, I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them. But I'll go with either Bird or Jordan, because trash talk is only good if you can back it up.
I really can't say because nobody talked trash to me. They were too afraid of the consequences.
Okay, now that's a lie, because I talk trash to you all the time, and I haven't seen any consequences.
Oh, just wait till the next break, buddy boy. Been saving up.
And let's take a glance now at the Golden State Warriors. They're in a close one so far.
He took a lot of good shots in the first half, also made some contested shots, playing with great confidence.
You know what? A couple of times, you could just see defenders hang their heads, man.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And so it's Golden State with it. They lead by 4. Sharpshooters Curry and Hield pair as the backcourt. Butler and Draymond are the 3 and the 4. And it's Horford in at the 5. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
The Warriors shooting 47% in this one, looking efficient. Horford finds Butler. Outside Curry. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Shepard. And here's Şengün. Here's Smith for the lead. Rebounded by Hield. Outside Butler. Outside for Green. Takes the 3. Green able to hit from 3.
Yeah, he's a below-average shooter from distance, but when Green is connecting from out there, it really opens up the offense.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Durant, the pass to Şengün. Floats one. Smith with a screen on Hield. Clock at 6. Here's Shepard. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 8 rebounds in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Brian, back to you.
They've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. 2-point game. Green up top. Back to Curry. Pass to Green. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Curry. Beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's the competitive fire Steph Curry plays with. You just knew he was going to have an answer there.
Durant. Here's Şengün. And Şengün, throw it down. And he's now got the double-double.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second-chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
And here are the Warriors now, after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Horford against Şengün. Horford passes to Curry. Let's go with a 3. Thompson pulls it in.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Pass to Şengün. And Şengün, throw it down.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And here are some point guards who have been very hot from beyond the arc this year. Stephen Curry, number 1.
It's tough, man. I mean, his long-range game makes it hard for an opponent to know how to approach him. He's got too many ways to attack the defender.
Yeah, I mean, that jumper is pure. And his efficiency from the 3 has brought so much value to this offense.
Now here's Curry. He's got 22. Horford outside. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Smith. Houston working the ball around. Up top, Durant. Butler covering. 6 to shoot. Durant against Butler. Durant, no good.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Horford with a steal. Curry with it. Now Thompson defending. Pass to Horford. Shoots over Shepherd. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Wow. I mean, Smith Jr. displays some power when he zones in on the rim.
The Warriors have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Here's Hield. And he makes it. Hield's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Houston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Durant. Oh, KD against contact inside.
Yeah, and one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
To the wing on the left. Horford finds Curry. Buries it from 3. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
No doubt. Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
The 11-footer, and that one hits the back iron.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
Now here's Smith. 9 points in the game. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now Curry driving in. Oh, Curry flexing his muscle right there.
Oh, that is nice right there. Curry on the move and finishing it off.
Durant with it. Give him 23. Pass to Shepard. Butler against Durant. Shot clock at 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. The Warriors lead by 3. Here's Green from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. Down low. Here's Smith. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Al Horford. Houston shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Kuminga, he's checked in for Green.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
When we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Warriors making a change here. Post checked in. And then for Houston, Eason comes in for Smith. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Shepard. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 13 in the second half. And here's Durant. 23 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Post has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, after spacing the floor for them in the first half, he's gone cold from out there.
Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. And it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Pass to Şengün. Houston working the ball around. Durant for 3. Rebounded by Hield.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Butler on the wing. Guarded by Durant. Oh, Jimmy buckets from 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Rockets trail by 8. Outside Durant. Back to VanVleet. no good. Had a chance to end the run there. The Warriors lead by 8. Curry with it. Van Vliet covering. Oh, Curry getting right to the rim.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Left side, Eason. Back to Durant. Şengün, the screen. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting about 53% on the third, a very good number. Pass to post. To the paint. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Rockets trail by 10. Van Vliet outside. Here's Durant. Give him 23. Thompson, no good. Now here's Hield. Pass to Curry. Outside Butler. Now here's Post. Defended by Şengün. Outside Curry. And it's stolen by Van Vliet. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Van Vliet's got 9.
It's such a creative finish. FVV in the open.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And the Warriors make some changes. Payton's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Moody comes in for Hield. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry. And then for Houston, Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney Smith comes in for Durant. And Okogie is subbed in for Amen Thompson. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Post. Fires the 3. Rockets with a rebound. Eason's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Finney Smith. Here's Okogie. No made baskets yet. 3-pointer off the mark. 50 seconds left in the third quarter here. Outside Kuminga. Six to shoot. Ooh, Kuminga, so deadly at the rim.
Yeah, Kuminga's confidence is growing down there. Now when he gets the ball inside, he's actually looking to capitalize.
Rockets trail by 10. Van Vliet, the pass to Eason. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Off with the layup. And the Warriors shooting a nice 50% for the game. Now here's Podziemski, guarded by Van Vliet. Outside Moody. Here's Podziemski. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Golden State Warriors earning this break in the action, up 10. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
And he runs their offense for a reason. He's got excellent vision. Wow, what a gift for his teammates.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Alperen Sengun. Tari Eason is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Okogie in at the 2. Sengun, no good. The Warriors lead by 10. Pass to Podziemski. Fires from deep. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, great to see Butler sharing the basketball. Passes like that help develop team chemistry.
Here's VanVleet. Here's Sengun. And Sengun, throw it down.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Here's Podziemski. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Screen by Post. Here's Butler. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Graham?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
And he makes a first.
And Butler is a leader by example. He's a hard worker who plays his heart out, and he can set the tone for his team, and then he expects them to match that effort.
That one misses. Rockets trail by 12. Pass to Okogie. Here's the 3. The rebound by Post. Post has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Podziemski. Here's Payton. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Outside Butler. And here's Post. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Kuminga for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Warriors lead by 15.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Okogie, the pass to VanVleet. Puts up a 3. Fires in the triple.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Now here's Payton. Tight defense on him. Screen by Post. Now Payton. Pass to Podziemski. Clock at 6. Over VanVleet. Again, the Warriors score.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Now here's VanVleet. Sengun, the screen. VanVleet right side. A shot from the high post. It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler with the ball. Outside Kuminga, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sengun. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Golden State Warriors. On Saturday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
Curry, he's checked in for Payton. And a change for the Rockets. Durant's checked in. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
VanVleet finds Eason. And here's Durant, guarded by Post. Here's Okogie. Pass to Sengun. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And you watch Alperen Sengun. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around. But what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
The Warriors lead by 11. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Podziemski. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback. Rockets trail by 13. And here's Durant. Pass to Okogie. 6 on the shot clock. Now Van Vliet. The 3 is up. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his second of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
Outside Butler. Screen by Post. Butler passes to Kuminga. Whoa! Kuminga! Putting on a show out here.
Well, if he was in the dunk contest right there, I think that's solid 10s across the board for Kuminga.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Okogie. Outside Durant. Over Butler. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry looking it over. Outside Podziemski. Lets it fly. Eason pulls it in. Eason's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Şengün. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Oh, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Now here's Curry. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Kuminga with a screen on Van Vliet. Look at Curry shaking off the contact.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Houston. Pass to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. Kuminga pulls it in. The Warriors lead by 12. Now here's Post. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Now Butler. The 3. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Warriors. Horford comes in for Post. And Hield is subbed in for Podziemski. And then for Houston, Smith, he's checked in for Eason. Amen Thompson comes in for Okogie. And it's Shepard in for Fred Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Outside Durant. Over Butler. Here's Şengün. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Şengün's got 13 in the second half. The Warriors have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. There's a screen by Kuminga from the arc. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Right wing. Here's Shepard. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play, rolling into open position right on cue.
And so it's Golden State with it. They're leading by 8. Horford outside. Kuminga, the pass to Horford. And here's Curry for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
And we sort of expect this from Şengün. He's proven to be a reliable scorer.
The Warriors lead by 6. Now Curry. Rockets with a rebound. Smith's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Durant. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And now it's up to 25 points for Durant.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense, it's all about getting buckets, no distractions.
The Warriors shooting at a reasonable 46% this fourth. Kuminga with a screen on Durant. Outside Curry. Down low. Şengün with a steal. Deflects the pass. Durant finds Smith. Durant with it. Now guarded by Curry. Durant's shot is off. They just can't stop this run.
And honestly, the more empty trips they have, the more they feel the pressure.
Curry passes to Kuminga. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Amin Thompson.
A prolific scorer dating back to his college days. Hill just understands how to generate points.
The first one falls, and you watch Buddy Hield, Tim, a 6'4", sharp shooting guard. Some similarities to your game.
Well, he gets those threes up at a rate I could only dream about back when I played, BA. The green light that shooters play with these days, I tell you what, it must be nice.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green is checked in.
When you talk about the best shooters in the NBA, Buddy Hield has to be in the conversation.
Here's Shepherd. He's covered by Curry. Şengün in the post. He's against Horford. Yes, sir! That one's good!
A monster bucket from Şengün. This team needed those points.
Hield against Thompson. Butler, a screen on Thompson. Hield fires! Ooh, basket interference. Rockets trail by 4. Left side, Durant. Kevin Durant, unfazed by the D.
And that's big-time stuff from Durant. He loves being the guy to take important shots. When it's this close, he's exactly who they want at the strike.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Ooh, Thompson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. They lead by 1. Curry outside. He launches. Oh, Curry. Just nasty from downtown.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
Smith outside. Puts up the tray. Old Green rips down the board.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the three.
And he nails it.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Now here's Butler. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Here's Green. Stolen by Thompson.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer.
The Warriors lead by 7. Outside Hield. Curry with it. Left side, Green. Deflected!
And look at the anticipation from Smith Jr. on that block. His instincts showing through.
Here's Şengün. Horford with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Now a timeout called by Houston. 36 seconds left in the final quarter. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
It's hard to say whether they have enough time for a quick shot and a foul.
Now Şengün.
Check out Şengün with the tricky pump fake. I mean, just getting his defender in the air and then attacking.
First free throw is good, and that brings him with an 8. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, that's the problem, playing catch-up at the end. Every point matters, but at least it wasn't an empty trip.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Curry fires the 3. Oh, it's off! And so the Warriors take the win. And for the NBA Cup tournament, they finished group play with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, they put some extra effort into these NBA Cup games, if you ask me. Now, proving they came to play this year.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just, enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And now, time for our player of the game, Stephen Curry.